Winning in spirit when logic and your senses say that you've lost. At one time or another, each of us has faced, is facing, or will face a situation in which we hit the wall and don't know how to get past it. It could be a challenge in business or career, or it could be a challenge in personal life. For example, you have what you think is a great service or product concept, but you have not been able to generate the revenue or other financial support to build it into a viable business, and time and resources are running out. Or you're unable to solve a technical, quality, customer service, or staffing problem, and the situation has become critical. Or you've lost your job or business and have been unemployed for many months. It's at such times that we need to reach beyond the evidence of logic and our senses and find the strength to persevere and to open our minds to creative new possibilities. It requires belief that such options are possible, even though you can't perceive them logically or with your senses. A suspension of disbelief is needed. All of the negative emotions and attitudes that have accumulated as a result of the frustration with the problem or problems must be overcome. You overcome these by looking closely at them, observing them, sensing them fully. As you do this, their sense of inevitability will dissolve, and you'll realize that though the facts may not have changed, your emotional reaction to these facts are not inevitable. You can cling to these emotions and accept them as uncontrollable forces that imprison you, or you can let them enter your awareness and then pass on. With practice, it becomes a matter of your choice. These emotions, such as frustration, helplessness, anger, hopelessness, are actually the seeds of the solution to your problem. They're the internal representation of the external challenge that you face. Getting a handle on that internal representation can give you leverage to solve the external problem. I recognize that the natural tendency is to want to continue to obsess about the external problem and to think that the way to make these negative feelings go away is to first solve the external problem. But it's more likely to work in the reverse order. In the Sophia model of coaching, there are 7 dimensions of wisdom, 7 areas of skills or competencies that lead to success. The last of these, represented by the A in the acronym Sophia, is assurance or faith. It's the ability to seemingly reach beyond yourself when your resources are exhausted, and to find the motivation to continue and to achieve success. This assurance or faith may be religious or non-religious and can be defined and experienced in any number of ways. But it has a quality that defies logic and the evidence of the senses. You may have a particular activity that helps you to call on this additional resource. It may be meditation, prayer, a walk in the woods, exercise, or something else. For me, it's all of these things, but primarily it's in writing, a process of finding, bringing into awareness, and articulating things of which I was previously unaware. Find what works for you. There are three main aspects to this process of activating faith or assurance. The first is to change your emotional state. As you engage in this process, through your particular activity, you'll become calmer, less anxious, and begin to feel more at peace or assured. Your external situation hasn't changed, but your emotional reaction to it has changed. Once you enter into this more peaceful state, the second aspect of the process is activating. This is the generation of new ideas. You'll begin to see possible options of which you were previously unaware. These may involve small steps towards solving your external problem, or they may be more dramatic. This leads to the third step of assurance, which is to pursue these ideas while retaining a positive emotional state. Some of these ideas will bear fruit, others will wither. The key is to not allow this winnowing process to push you back into that previous negative emotional state. You'll win in spirit and ultimately in your life situation if you continue to engage in this process of activating assurance or faith, to change to a positive emotional state, to generate new ideas, and to pursue these ideas through a process of trial and error while retaining a positive emotional state. I'm Dr. Bernard Brooks. You can contact me for coaching at www.sophia.com, and that is Sophia spelt with 2 P's.